Welcome to another episode of Eatin' with Joe, and as much as it pains me, it's time to talk about Wisconsin. Yeah, this episode of Eatin' with Joe is brought to you by Lubinsky Furniture and Movers, 1550 North Milwaukee Avenue in Chicago, servicing the greater Chicago and southern Wisconsin areas. You can shop through their storefront window. They'll bring the furniture out to the curb for you. White glove service all the way. Pop in, say hi, and ask for Ken. Unless he got fired. Anyway, this is Ken. These are my people in Chicago. They'll hook you up. Thanks, Lubinsky Furniture. So here we are with another episode of Eatin' with Joe. Before we get started, I just got to get something off my chest. The Packers. I mean, there's a lot of great things about Wisconsin. It's just not the Packers. So many great things like oh, how about Robin Yount? Doesn't get much better than Robin Yount. In fact, how about the entire 82 Brewers, Harvey's Wallbangers? Fantastic team. Real fun team to watch. More of a softball team than a baseball team. I mean, check out Gorman Thomas, Pete Vukovich, Raleigh Fingers. Google them. I think you'll agree with me. And speaking of the Brewers, how about their logo? That is sweet. That is a top 5 baseball logo for sure. And other than the Packers and the Brewers being cool, there's other cool things like the Dells, America's biggest water park. Wisconsin's also home to some really fun words. Stuff you don't hear anywhere else, like bubbler, Leinenkugels, Sheboygan. That's a fun word. Sheboygan. You don't hear that every day. But at Eatin' with Joe, it's all about the food. And that's why we're here. When you talk about Wisconsin, you're talking about 2 things. Cheese and beer. Otherwise known as a Wisconsin food pyramid. First, let's talk about the cheese. And in Wisconsin, they have all types of fantastic cheeses. But today, I'm focused on that roadside stand staple, the cheese curd. Homemade cheese curds, really easy to make. Check it out. Authentic Wisconsin-style cheese curds, pretty simple recipe. A little corn oil, a little bit of flour, of course a little bit of beer, a couple of eggs. Dip the cheese curds in the batter, shake them off, put them in the hot oil, no more than a couple of minutes. Perfect. Now if you're extra fancy, you can get a deep fryer, but I like the old iron skillet. Splatter guard, very important. Even more important if you deep fry naked. Not me. Don't worry, this is staying on. I've learned the hard way. Splatter guard. Much better. And just because you never know, you might want to keep one close. And there you have it. One big old dish cheese curds. Personally, I take it with ketchup. Wisconsin is known as America's dairy land, and for good reason. Wisconsin makes more cheese than any other state in the nation, and no, it doesn't count those stupid hats. Other than ketchup, what goes great with cheese curds? Wisconsin beer. Now, since I don't have a sponsor yet, you're just going to have to take my word for it. There's a ton of different types of beers to choose from when you talk about Wisconsin. Wisconsin's home to over 130 breweries. Another one probably opened up while we're filming. And some of these breweries go back well over 100 years. You're probably familiar with a lot of them. Names like Milwaukee's Best, Old Milwaukee, and of course, Old Mill Light, Schlitz, PBR, Miller, the champagne of beers, Point, Blatz, Uncle Bob, this Blatz is for you. Old Style, you know, the more I talk about it, Wisconsin's basically a who's who of crappy beers. But once you get past the old staples, they really have a lot of great small breweries and some of the best beers in the country. I mean, if they didn't, would Bernie Brewer still be a thing? Here we go. According to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, I'm assuming that's a real paper, Wisconsin is number 5 per capita in beer consumption in the U.S. Come on, number 5? Step up. That's not the Wisconsin I know. After all, it was the Wisconsin legislature that wrote the language to repeal prohibition. These people are serious about their beer. And there you go. Brick 1, brick 2, Wisconsin food pyramid. So it was pretty easy to choose cheese and beer when I was talking about Wisconsin this week. But there are plenty of other foods that Wisconsin is famous for too. Beer cheese soup. I guess they got the best of both worlds there. Frozen custard doesn't go with beer nearly well enough as fried cheese curds. Old fashions doesn't go as well with cheese curds as beer does. And that's kind of about it. But then again, all you people from Wisconsin, if I missed something, put them in the comments below. Well, that's about it for this week. Thanks for watching. Hope you can go out sometime soon and fry up your own cheese curds. Have a little quarantine festival in your own backyard. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing below. If you have anything you want to tell me, put them in the comments. I'll respond to each and every one. Thanks for watching. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen and eat well. Oh, and one final thing about Wisconsin. The state instrument is the accordion. You know what? Wisconsin ain't so bad.